Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and today Apple released iOS 18.6 RC. Now this is quite surprising, as we thought we would get iOS 26 Beta 4 released today, although last week they released Beta 3 on a Monday, so it's not that surprising. But what is surprising is the fact that iOS 26 RC, it is saying Beta 4 for some people, according to some videos. It's saying Developer Beta 4, but it is the RC. Now, along with this update, we got the release of iPadOS 18.6 RC, macOS 15.6 RC, tvOS and HomePodOS 18.6 RC, and watchOS 11.6 RC is out as well. Now, I am not on iOS 18.6. I'm on iOS 18.5. However, I'm going to talk about what's new in iOS 18.6 RC. And just like all of the other three betas, the RC doesn't bring any new features either. It's still the same bug fixes and improvements. More of the focus is on iOS 26. But as far as some announcements from Apple, well, Apple updated the Sports app here. I took a screenshot of it. It doesn't have a long version number like some other apps, but it's version 3.1.1, and you can update it. And if we go into the App Store here, you can see I've already updated. You can follow FA Cup Face-Off. If we go into it here, you can follow the FA Cup Face-Off. So it brings some updates to the Apple Sports app, and it also brings it to Mexico. So if you're there, you can have the app as well. Now, this update does bring Apple Intelligence to more places, such as China, and it also hints at new AirTags coming out as well. Now, as far as anything else from Apple, well, I know that iOS 18.6 is going to fix a lot of issues that people have been having with iOS 18.5. I don't know the specific bugs because I myself have not faced any bugs, and I am on iOS 18.5. I'm not on 18.6. However, I am covering 18.6, talking about what's new in it. But 18.5 has been the latest stable update. We haven't had an 18.5.1, and at this point, it's too late to get one because iOS 18.6 RC is releasing, or it has released. Now, I don't know why it's saying Beta 4. It is the RC according to the release notes from the YouTube videos I've watched. Since I can't show them, since I'm not on the beta, I don't have the feedback app. But it is the RC. Now, tomorrow, I would expect iOS 26 Beta 4. I thought we would get it today, but I guess it makes sense that Apple's doing it tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we get iOS 26 Public Beta. And then the week of July 28th, in fact, on July 28th, I would expect iOS 26 or iOS 18.6 to release. Now, I'm not going to make a prepare to update video, as for one, this update is really small, and I will have one coming out for iOS 26. Although I may have to name it differently, as I had another video titled iOS 26 Prepare to Update for the beta video. But I will have to name that one differently when I make that in September. But we can see iOS 18.6 release on July 28th. If we would have got the RC next week, it would have been August 4th. Now, as far as what we can expect after that, well, the week of August 4th, we can expect iOS 18 or iOS 26 Beta 5. There will be, I don't think we're going to get no iOS 18.7 betas. Every year, it's rumored that we get betas for the point 0.7 update, but that's never happened since iOS 14. If you guys remember iOS 14 back in 2021 or back in late 2020 into 2021, iOS 14.7 had betas. After that, iOS 15, 16, 17, and 18 never had betas of the point 0.7 update. Usually what happens is we get the point 0.7 update released in an RC the same day or week even as the major iOS update goes into RC. So when we get iOS 26 RC after the new iPhone event, in this case the iPhone 17, 17 Air, 17 Pro, and 17 Pro Max, we're going to get iOS 18.7 RC as well as iOS 26 RC. Then when iOS 26 releases, we're going to have iOS 18.7 release with the option to either update to iOS 18.7 or update to iOS 26, and I'm updating straight to iOS 26. But for iPhones such as the iPhone XR, XS, and XS Max that can't get iOS 26, iOS 18.7 will be their next update, whilst iOS 26 will be the next major update for iPhones that support it. And I will cover it here on the channel. My initial video is going to be 20 to 30 minutes long with a live stream that night. Then I'm going to have a separate video for the iPad either that day or the next day. I may or may not do a live stream though for the iPad version, as it's the same thing, liquid glass, but the windowing system I'm excited for with the iPad. So tomorrow I would expect beta 4 for iOS 26. Wednesday I would expect iOS 18 or iOS 26 public beta. And next week, the final release of iOS 18.6. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and we're getting close to 300 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I believe if I go into YouTube Studio here, I currently have 265 subscribers, so we are getting close. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.